While I'm keeping an eye on every player, Wiser controls every room.
Sam, Rob talked last week about this being a big period of the season for you guys and the chance to kick on. You started it brilliantly last week at Bath. I guess it's a case of next step again now.
Yeah, that was the first stepping stone. Can't wait for this weekend, to be honest, mate. And it's important we take that second step.
You kind of said as well, at times, and you've mentioned it there with the media a minute ago, that you feel moments in a game, and probably that last 10 minutes, 2 scrums that probably won you the game at Bath last week, you could easily have kicked and got the draw, but you had it amongst you as a group and a collective. The decision was made by you guys in that respect.
Yeah, you feel when you can beat a side, and we felt like we had, which I guess is signs of getting back to the Chiefs way, as we've seen in the past. So, I mean, imagine that last 10 minutes at home, Sandy Park. You know, that's the atmosphere that we need to create. It's on us to implement performances that allow the crowd to get behind us. So, that's the goal this weekend.
You've had some special days here at Sandy Park and big occasions like Saracens. It's going to be a full house here at the weekend. Chance to really start going again.
100%. Yeah, emotional level's obviously going to be really high. Can't wait. We've got 2 European games after, so this is 3 massive games for the club that, you know, it's still before Christmas, but they're going to define our season to a certain extent. They really are. So it's vitally important, Sarries aside, that we get the win.
Away form's been good, Sam. Home not so good. But Rob says small margins, literally 1 point, 2 point here.
Yeah.
You kick a try, you kick a penalty, you score a try. You could easily be 6 from 8 now. It's that close.
Yeah, we could be, but we're not. The league's competitive, definitely, which is great for.
How different is it to previous years, do you think?
If I'm speaking completely honestly, I think the 3 years we ended up in the final with Sarries back to back, it was only really, you'd feel every game against Sarries was like, here we go, big game. And then there were a couple of sides that were strong, particularly at their place. But you knew if you put in a solid performance as a team, obviously as an individual, you're always trying to bring out your best performance. But as a collective, you backed our sort of our par performance to win games consistently. We'd got ourselves into that sort of position, and you can't afford to do that. You've got to be top 10% of your mental focus every game in the Prem this year. Game plan, mindset, everything has to be right at the top, which is awesome because you're seeing sides, you know, win games that are that tight. Which is great. So you can't slip off.
Selection in place for this week. We know what's lining up, and it looks more like what I call a gun Exeter Chiefs side. There's no disrespect to the other lads; they've done their part, but this is, you know, a big side against a big opposition.
Yeah, I mean, I'll leave that to your opinion, obviously. Yeah, I'm extremely excited to be playing with the players I'm playing with. I'll just say that, really, I guess.
Yeah. Coming in it though, you've got that experienced class coming back, and you're gaining more all the time. What's the Awesome Nations been like for you?
It's been great. I mean, you're seeing it in international rugby as well. The level of competition is you know, it's real strong. I don't know if it's a reflection of COVID and teams just all becoming sort of that similar level, but Ultimate Internationals was awesome fun. I mean, we had sellout crowds again, which is just a privilege to play in front of, and just so much fun and competitive. It was challenging, but it was awesome. And the beauty is when you come back here, you're refreshed and you're excited to get stuck in again. Sort of feels like coming back home a little bit when you come into the change room here, and you're just excited to play.
You had those experiences of winning trophies in COVID times with no fans.
Yeah.
How much is that difference when you do get a fan base back in there? Are you noticing it again now?
Yeah, like with 100%. I mean, I always kind of, I always describe it like going on a night out without drinking. I don't know if I really should be saying that, but it sort of feels like that when there's no crowd. You know, you realise it's a job. We're so lucky to continue doing it during COVID. I'm aware of that, but it felt like a genuine job. And then when the crowd are back, it's just incredible. Yeah, it's just awesome, and it gives us so much energy, and that's why we want to do it.
Rob was asked about the emotions that happened during that period, and from a playing perspective, he said some of you almost felt a bit robbed that you couldn't share it with your closest friends, family, that we had a great time in the changing room after you celebrate, but that was it. How was it for you, you know?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's one side of the coin, but the other side of the coin is we're doing that whilst people are losing their jobs, and, you know, the world sort of completely stopped. So that is true. It was, you know, other teams are probably like, oh well, at least we didn't win it.
Does it give you an incentive now to do it again then?
Yeah, 100%. Like that is definitely the goal, and we want to do it again. Like, just it'd be amazing to do the double again in front of our crowd, because it's for those guys as well. I mean, they're the ones that probably robbed the most because they didn't get to experience it live.
2020 is nearly over. How do you reflect on this past 12 months?
Calendar year, yeah. Trying to think what's happened. My memory's not the best, that serves me. What have we done? Well, we had a mixed season last year, and we got to the final, deservedly so. But we let ourselves down there, I suppose. So I'd say it's probably been a calendar year of effectively missed opportunities. Ever since we've done the double, we've probably missed. We've just been off at times, and whilst other sides have been on it and been more honest. So yeah, I'd say, but we're coming strong now. But yeah, I'd say there's been a few lessons learned, definitely.
And when you look to the new year, there's so much to play for. Like you say, Six Nations on the horizon as well. It must be exciting for you.
Yeah, it's awesome. Absolutely love it. Love being part of this team. Love playing in front of the fans and having the opportunity to be shooting out for the top end of the Premiership and Europe is the goal. So that's a huge driver.